Hey guys, so today I'm going to walk you through step by step on how to create a website using Bluehost and WordPress. And the good thing is that the whole process should take 15 minutes or less. So let's dive in. Okay, so you'll need three things to create your site. Number one is a domain name. Number two is hosting. And number three is a platform to design your site on. Okay, so if you don't know what any of those three things are, that's okay, because I'm going to explain each one of them. And I'm going to compare building a website to building a house. Okay, so if we compare the very first thing you need, which is your domain name, to your house, it would be the address of your house. Your domain name is basically the web address of your website. And an example of one would be google.com, facebook.com, any of those, just the website you type in the address bar. Okay, so the second thing you need when building a website is hosting. And if I would compare hosting to building a house, it would be the plot of land your house will be built on. And a host is basically a computer or a server that stores your website and then uploads it to the internet so that other people can access it. Okay, the last thing you need when creating a website is a platform to design your site on. And if I would compare this to building a house, I would say it's the construction crew that builds your house. And this platform is basically a service like WordPress that lets you design how your site looks and where everything is, write blog posts, add content. And if you don't want to use a platform at all and do the really time-consuming way, you could just code your website from scratch. If you already have a domain name in mind, you can go to this website called instantdomainsearch.com. And what this does is check if your site is available, because it has to be completely unique. So I'm going to buy aidenlevitt.com, and it's available. And if it's red or blue, it's not available. And it will want you to buy it here, but you don't want to buy it from Instant Domain Search, because when you buy hosting, you get that with a part of your price. And you're going to want to write down the domain name you want, because we're going to use it later when we buy hosting. For hosting, I use Bluehost, and I really like them, and I'd recommend them to you guys because they offer tons of flexibility, they're really affordable, and they offer great customer service. So to get hosting, you're going to want to go to my website, do that, not this.com/host. And once this site loads, there'll be a Bluehost link right here. And this is an affiliate link for me. So if you want to help me out, you can use this. But if you don't, just go to the normal Bluehost site. So you're going to want to click on the link right here. And you'll go to bluehost.com. And once that loads, you'll click the green Get Started Now button. And then you'll see three different plans: Starter, Plus, and Business Pro. And I usually would just pick Starter, because most of the stuff Plus and Business Pro have are not really worth the $3 and $10, $11 more a month. So I would choose Starter, but maybe take a closer look at all of the stuff each offers before you make your choice. So I'm going to go with Starter for $3.95 a month. and then this pops up, and we're going to be under new domain, and this is going to be the domain name I had you write down earlier when you checked if it was available. So I'm buying aidenlevitt.com, and you have tons of different choices right here to use. And then once you have your domain name there and the right ending, just go to the next button. And then you're going to want to fill out all the account information. So once you filled out the account information, you're going to want to go down to the package information. And the first thing is account plan. And how Bluehost works is if you buy your hosting for a year, they charge you $5.95 a month. 2 years, $4.95 a month. 3 years, $3.95 a month. So the $3.95 a month price they advertise is if you buy it for 3 years. And they charge this all at once. They charge you 36 times $3.95. And then if you say you pick like the 36 month and a year into it, you don't want your website anymore, you can call Bluehost and they'll refund you the extra 2 years. So that's why I would pick the 36-month price, because it's the cheapest per month. And if you decide to cancel halfway through, they're going to refund the rest of it. And then the next thing is Constant Contact. And this is just a customer relationship manager, so I wouldn't even worry about getting that. And then the next thing is Domain Privacy Protection. And this I would get if I would do any other add-ons. It would probably be this one, because this protects your name and your address. Because on sites like Instant Domain Search, where we checked if your site was available, say if your site name you wanted was originally taken and you hit the Who Is button, it'll bring up the person who owns that domain name and website, where they live, their address, all of that. And if you get this, it'll just put Bluehost information for that. So that would definitely get that. And then the next thing is Site Backup Pro. And this just basically backs your whole site up in case anything happens to it. So it would be good to get, but it's not as vital as the Domain Privacy Protection. And then the next thing is Search Engine Jumpstart. And I would not get this, because this basically just says it'll rank you higher on Google and it'll be on the front page, but that's not how it works. It's about other stuff, and that's just kind of like a waste of your money. And then the next thing is SiteLock Security. And this, if you're trying to save money, I wouldn't get, but if your budget's a little more, I would get it, because it scans your whole site for viruses and malware and any plugins you have. And it also, like if you say show certificate on a website, it shows a security certificate on your site proving you're a real business and all of that. But if you have extra money, get it. If you don't get it. And then once you decide all of these options, go down to here and fill out the billing information, and then click I confirm and then submit. So after you hit the submit button, you're going to be presented with all these upgrades, but I don't think any of these are really that necessary. I built my whole site without any of these. But if you can take a look at them, but most of them are no one really needs. So then we're just going to click the green complete button on the bottom. And then it says congratulations, and it wants you to create a password for your account. So we're going to click on that, and then click I confirm, and then fill out your password. Once you create your password, then hit the create button. This page will show up, so you'll just want to click on hosting in the top left. It'll take you to your, hit X out of that. It'll take you to your main page right here in your host. So to set up the platform to design your site and all of that, you're going to want to stay on the same exact web page we were on when we left off from step number 2 of setting up the hosting under the hosting tab on your Bluehost site. So you're going to want to go down to the website tab right here, and second from the left, hit the blue W for install WordPress. And I think WordPress is the best platform you can use because it has like a built-in blog and offers tons of different themes you can use for your site. So once this page loads, you're then want to go to the green install button and then make sure it has the domain you just bought, and that one does. So then I click on the green check domain. After it checks the domain, you're going to want to click on Show Advanced Options. And then it's going to ask you to make an admin username and password. And there'll be an existing one here and here, but you're going to want to change it to something you can remember, because this is the username and password you're going to use to log into WordPress to write blog posts and edit your whole site, design it, add content. So after you create your username and password for that, you're probably going to write it down because we're going to use it to log into your site later. And then once you did that, click I have read the terms and conditions, and then click Install Now. And then it says your install is underway. This bar right here shows our progress. Okay, so we're about halfway done. Almost done. Okay, now once your install is complete shows up, don't hit the X. The first thing you're going to want to do is click the black View Credentials. You're going to go under Action and click View. This is going to be your website name, the URL, the domain name you bought, and then it'll have your admin URL. And this is where you're going to, if you go to this link right there, it'll be a login to your site. So you're going to want to write down this right here, and then it'll be your username and password from the last page that I had you write down. So these are 3 very important things you want to write down, because when you go to this website right here, you're going to log in with this username and password, and that's how you're going to add content, design your whole site, all of that stuff. So I'm going to go to this website right now, the admin of the site we just bought, and it'll look like this. You're going to want to type in the username from the last page, which is usually your email. Then you're going to want to type in the password you created, and then hit login. After you log in, you're going to see your back end of your website, and this is where all of the designing happens. So if you hover over My Site right here and click Visit Site, you'll see your website. This is what it looks like. And then if you hover over My Site and then Dashboard, it'll take you back to your main page where you can do all your designing and your blog posts. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I hope it was helpful in helping you create your website. And I also wanted to let you know that there's a link in the description where you can get my top 5 free tips on having a more eye-catching website. And I also wanted to let you guys know that I build people's websites. If you don't want to spend hours and hours building yours, just go to the link below to my website and you can learn more. Thanks.